and evaluate my actions. I admit that I'm lost. Did everything mean nothing? I fear my conscience calling that I can make something with my life, make a change and improve. Doesn't have to be big, it's something I gotta do. I need to change myself, my words and my actions. Conscience pulls me through, yeah. Me and you, as humans, from purity we stray away. Conscience, the inner compass, can lead the way. Conscience is knowing what's right from wrong. Conscience is our guide to a peaceful world. Happiness, the most important thing. Like the bell of peace, make your voices ring. Spread your happiness, bring your friends along. We can get through this with the same goal.
Listen to your conscience, love yourself.
Love yourself.
Listen to your conscience, love the world.
Love the world.
It's only home, you're not alone.
Not alone.
With our conscience we can stand as one.
Stand as one.
Listen to your conscience, no anger.
Just smile.
Listen to your conscience, no worries.
Let it go.
Listen to your conscience, no tension.
Just relax.
Don't give up, we'll get through this. La 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 la. La 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 la. Listen to your conscience, love the world. Hold on, don't give up. We will get through this.
Tell me, is it just me or are you worried too?
Yeah.
Worried about the world that we're heading to. Suffering too much, we've all had enough.
Let's make a change, let's hit restart.
We celebrate conscience on April 5th. Being kind and honest, spread your love. Gather your friends, our conscience awakens.
Uniting, protecting, we're all in common.
Now we all know about this viral pandemic. People dying and we're losing many paramedics. This new disease,
It's all in the air.
country shutting down.
What? I mean everywhere.
Be selfless.
Wear masks.
For help.
Wash your hands.
For true love.
Stand at home.
Be
Save
kind.
the world.
We're far apart, but our heart is close. We can get through this with the same goals.
Listen to your conscience, love yourself. Listen to your conscience, love the world. It's our only home, you're not alone. With our conscience we can stand as one. Listen to your conscience, no anger. Listen to your conscience, no worries. Listen to your conscience, no tension. Hold on, don't give up, we'll get through this.
When the world slows down, I gotta calm my heart. I look into myself and evaluate my actions. I admit that I'm lost. Did everything mean nothing? I fear my conscience calling that I can make something with my life, make a change and improve. Doesn't have to be big, it's something I gotta do. I need to change myself, my words and my actions. Conscience pulls me through, yeah. Me and you, as humans, from purity we stray away. Conscience, the inner compass, can lead the way.
Lead the way.
Conscience is knowing what's right from wrong. Conscience is our guide to a peaceful world. Happiness, the most important thing. Like the bell of peace, make your voices ring. Spread your happiness, bring your friends along. We can get through this with the same goal.
Listen to your conscience, love yourself.
Love yourself.
Listen to your conscience, love the world.
Love the world.
It's our only home, you're not alone.
Not
With our
alone.
conscience we can stand as one.
Stand as one.
Listen to your conscience, no anger.
Just smile.
Listen to your conscience, no worries.
Let it go.
Listen to your conscience, no tension.
Just relax.
Don't give up, we'll get through this. La 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 la. La 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 la. Listen to your conscience, love the world. Hold on, don't give up. We will get through this.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us to celebrate the United Nations World Humanitarian Day. On this day, we mark World Humanitarian Day, a time to honor those who step into crisis to help others and to stand with the millions of people whose lives hang in the balance. We look at ways we can tap into our conscience for guidance, for courage, for compassion to fuel our journey and ensure more peace for our world. To begin, we would like to share with you a video created by the United Nations on how we can share humanity. Let's take a look.
Share an incredible journey. Share new friends. Share a miraculous status. Share something that needs to be stopped. Share something that should never stop. Share humanity. This August 19th, donate your social feed to share stories that matter. Visit worldhumanitarianday.org.
The United Nations highlights different ways we can join the efforts by 1. Using our voice, share posts and foster protection and spark action worldwide. Number 2, funding the lifeline. Humanitarians can't deliver without safety or support. Help keep aid flowing and protect aid workers, especially local responders. 3, mobilizing. Across cities, campuses, and communities, people are taking a stand. Show leaders that the world is watching. And number 4, create with purpose. Artists, storytellers, influencers, use your art, platforms, and brands to stir emotion and inspire action. Make this message impossible to ignore. What other ways do you find effective? Feel free to share with us in the comments. And in support of World Humanitarian Day, Dr. Hong Daozi, president of the Federation of World Peace and Love, has prepared a message. Driven by love and guided by conscience, we uphold and embody the spirit of humanitarian. Let's welcome Dr. Hong's message.
Distinguished guests, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, good day. Wherever there are people, there is a need for humanitarian efforts to uphold human rights. This is not solely for the benefit of humankind, but also to create a more balanced, peaceful, and safe environment for all living beings. For all beings are kin, linked in a continuous chain, relying on one another for survival. In 2008, the United Nations General Assembly designated August 19th as World Humanitarian Day to pay tribute to humanitarian workers who were injured or gave their lives while serving others, and to reaffirm our commitment to offering help, saving lives, and protecting health. As global instability deepens and wars and conflicts intensify, we are saddened to learn from the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs that the year 2024 has become the deadliest year for humanitarian workers, with an estimated 281 aid workers losing their lives. At this moment, let us extend our deepest respect to all humanitarian workers who have bravely stepped forward in times of disaster, undaunted by hardship, and to their families. We are grateful for your commitment to protecting human welfare with your lives and for your unwavering belief in alleviating suffering. The theme of World Humanitarian Day 2025 is Strengthening Global Solidarity and Empowering Local Communities. In every emergency, it is local communities that stand on the front lines of response. In today's profit-driven society, fostering the widespread practice of humanitarian values requires action on two essential fronts: advancing conscience-based education and building systems grounded in transparency and integrity. Accelerating the cultivation of a culture of peace and conscience is essential for making humanitarianism a lived reality within communities. The United Nations has designated April 5th as the International Day of Conscience and July 12th as the International Day of Hope, to serve as a reminder for all people to stay connected to their innate conscience. They encourage global citizens to take conscience-guided actions to improve the moral fabric of society, to keep light and hope alive in their hearts, and to urge governments around the world to place greater importance on a culture of conscience and humanitarian efforts, so that together we may create a future filled with hope. Humanitarianism is a human-centered ideology that upholds respect for human rights, care for all life, and proactive efforts to alleviate suffering and improve living conditions. We must ask ourselves, what prevents humanity from ending conflict, even to the point of placing the lives of humanitarian workers in constant danger? What stands in the way of love between people? I believe that the awakening of conscience is key to building a more humane world. Humanitarianism begins in the heart and is reflected in our actions. Through education and the personal commitment of individuals to follow their conscience and practice kindness in everyday life, the spirit of humanitarianism can take root in people's hearts and become part of our shared culture. Only conscience and the power of hope can advance social justice, unite humanity in solidarity and cooperation, and help us overcome humanitarian crises through acts of love and peace. We are all part of a shared community of life, and global citizens can embody the spirit of humanitarianism through the following actions. 1. Cultivating conscience and social responsibility. Let conscience guide us in making ethical and just choices in our daily lives, such as supporting fair trade, sharing resources, reducing waste, and respecting cultural diversity. 2. Promoting peace and cultural exchange. Actively engage in humanitarian efforts, whether by volunteering in local communities, supporting vulnerable populations, or contributing to the work of international humanitarian organizations. In this turbulent and challenging era, only by standing together in solidarity can we overcome adversity. Let us move forward with courage and an unwavering commitment to justice, guided by the spirit of humanity and the power of conscience. Every act of a humanitarian is a testament to great love and a driving force for change in the world. Governments and civil society must work hand in hand to ensure that fairness, justice, and peace become the foundations of a sustainable future. Let us unite, with love as our motivation and conscience as our compass, to uphold the spirit of humanity and build a peaceful, sustainable world. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Hong. As Dr. Hong encouraged, humanitarianism begins in the heart and is reflected in our actions. Through education and the personal commitment of individuals to follow their conscience and practice kindness in everyday life, the spirit of humanitarianism can take root in people's hearts and become part of our shared culture. For today's conversation, we have invited His Highness Dr. Prince Mario Max Schomburg-Lippe to share with us his experiences in humanitarianism. And hello to His Highness Dr. Prince Mario Max Schomburg-Lippe. He is a man who is very busy because he wears many hats, including a working royal, member of SAG-AFTRA, Equity and ECFA, LA Press Club, and New York Press Club, including Global Peace Ambassador, philanthropist, CEO of a media company, and an Emmy judge. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to talk to you, and we have a great day to celebrate.
Indeed, and we're excited to hear your thoughts and the work that you do. So first off, what drives you to your dedication, your life to humanitarian work?
So I come from a very old lineage that goes back to the Viking kings. My father, Prince Waldemar, a German prince, and my mother, Princess Antonia, an Austrian princess, have always taught me values. That means take care of others, look that others have a good time, a good life, and take on a lot of responsibilities. And I've also always followed my parents' advice and leadership they have shown through their entire lives. And my family coming from my grandmother is a princess of Denmark. So this line goes all the way back to 936 to King Gorm, the Viking king. And through this lineage, I have to say, I've learned that we are on this planet to do more than just the things of our years, the things of our lives. We need to do something of significance to really help this planet, to really help the people of our world, and to bring a lot of joy and peace and harmony and humanitarian activity to the world. And this is best done if you endlessly work on what you believe in. And I believe in peace, I believe in humanity, and I believe in creating and building together a more beautiful world and protecting this world and protecting our people. And through that, I always find the energy to do so, and that contains a lot of travel, a lot of speaking engagements, and of course, also a lot of correspondence and writing and meetings and telephone conferences and phone calls. So I have very long days. Honestly, I have like 20-hour long days, and I do not take a day off ever. I'm always active. And I'm very gifted with great energy in me. As Dr. Hong always says, the energy, the energy. And I love this so much because he is such an inspiration for me and how ageless he is. And so I always admire that. And that's exactly what also I try to be, ageless, full of energy, and helping as many people that come my way as much as I can.
That's wonderful. And then it's inspiring to hear your family history and that you're using your platform and the status that you have to do something that could really change the world. And now I have personally met you, and to share with the audience who are watching us right now, he has so much positive energy. He was just talking about energy, but he's so sincere, and you can just feel that he has love for whoever he meets. And kudos to that, to all of your hours of hard work. And I know you're making change in every way you can. So thank you first of all for that. And
Thank
we
you.
want to dive into your life. Can you share a memorable moment where your efforts made a real difference in someone's life as a story that can inspire more people?
Yes, I mean, I want to give a little early story from my upbringing. So, when I was a kid, there was a terrible war in Eastern Europe, and I was growing up in Austria, in the middle of Europe, in the heart of Europe. My parents also got married in this beautiful yellow Schönbrunn palace in Vienna. And so, growing up in Austria and hearing about all the kids suffering, they lose their homes, they have to run away from the cities where the bombs fall down. That made me so sad, but I thought that doesn't help them. So I wanted to do something. So I rolled my sleeves up and I went to my classmates and I said, okay, every one of you needs to go home and bring one toy you can spare to my mother's clinic, because my mother is a politician, a princess, but also she was a veterinarian. And so all the kids came and brought toys, and then the entire city knew about it. Everybody brought toys, and then we had this huge mountain of toys. It was like literally hundreds of toys. And then I had to organize someone who would drive them down to the war region. And then I found a super nice gentleman that donated the truck, and another gentleman who was driving all the toys down there. And so, with this little thought of a kid, I could change so many lives of people, because we brought these gifts to the crying kids that lost everything, and they would have something that is uplifting them, that would give them a little smile on their beautiful face. And it made me very, very happy. And then I saw it doesn't matter in which position you are in life. I was just this kid that had an idea. But if you want to, you can be active, you can help, and you can literally move mountains. And that's what I believe in. That was a very memorable experience. And just recently, another most memorable experience is one you are involved in very much, because you were moderator of my ringing of the peace bell. And I tell you one thing that was so special to me, and you're the best moderator. I mean, how you introduce the ceremony and how powerful you introduce the program, and Dr. Hong, who started the organization and who travels with with the bell. I have to say this was such a memorable and beautiful moment, because it's not only a symbol, but it is also something that is so much getting into the people's minds, because a bell with the power, with the energy, with the vibration, It's more than a symbol. It really goes into your body. It goes into every cell of you and makes you conscious how precious life is and how precious our life here is in the areas where many people live, for example, in North America or in Europe, where life is so easy. And then there are these other regions where life is not easy. And so bringing peace to the world, humanity to the world, this is another great, great reminder and a great symbol. So that was a very other memorable moment. So these two I want to compare. One was very early, one was just pretty recently when I was able to ring the bell. So yeah, these two things are very, very important for me.
And that's amazing. And honestly, the bell ceremony is an honor for those of you like yourself who have really put in your effort, so it's a recognition for your great work. And also, I think this very united feel that from here on out, we're going to continue on this journey and we're not alone. And so, and I appreciate you sharing about your story of when you were a kid. It really is truly an encouragement, right? There's no limitations. Just you think
Yeah.
you take actions, and that truly, I appreciate that story because all of us, whoever is watching, we're coming from all over the world, and there are different things we can do. So hopefully, viewers, you feel inspired. Whatever thought you had recently, take action, and you can do it. So thank you for sharing that. And next, how can global citizens play a role in promoting humanitarian efforts and reducing suffering? And through your story, you mentioned it a little bit, obviously, but what else do you think are some things that we can do?
So I think the most important thing is being very open to people, being open to other ideas, and a lot of conflict and a lot of problems come from people being stubborn on their idea, being stubborn on their plan, being selfish. And so to be a humanitarian, the most important thing is to win people's ears and to win people's attention. Because when people pay attention, then problems get solved. And it takes a lot of people to solve a lot of problems. Not the one person can do it all. So what do? You spread the word and you make others aware of a cause. You make others aware of an organization. You make others aware of something special. And it was so interesting how Dr. Hong and FOWPAL do it, how you all do it. I really loved it. It was very inspiring for one reason, because you go through the world. And Dr. Hong, who does not have to do this, he wants to do it and he puts his heart in traveling the world and spreading a wonderful, wonderful message. And exactly this is what every one of us is supposed to do. So see where there is demand to do a change, see where your humanitarian vision is needed, and whatever you see, speak about it, spread the word, post it on your social media, let others know in the family, outside of the family, your friends. And it's called the multiplication effect, because everybody of us knows like 10 close people, 100 not that close people, 1,000 people we can reach, maybe in our social media, some even way more. So if we reach those people with something good, I feel that is the best way to do humanitarian work. And that doesn't even cost a cent. And whoever has an activity that makes good money, of course, it's beautiful when they can donate to a good cause. Of course, it's beautiful when they can go and meet with others, or also travel and be an ambassador for the good. So there are so many different aspects and level, but most important is you need to have your eyes open, your ears open, and your senses open. And so whatever you see and needs attention, put the focus on it and spread the word, and the world is going to change through that. It's very simple and very effective.
Beautiful. And your heart's open. And I appreciate you coming on this platform because we celebrate different days, but we put the focus on conscience. And so
Yes,
everything you said, I think it goes back to what is within our hearts. It's what encourages us to put out the effort for humanitarian work and effort. So I
exactly.
that. Yeah. And so what message do you think you have for those who want to help, but perhaps are unsure how to make an impact or where to start?
Where to start is where your heart leads you to. So there are many different causes in this world that needs attention, and it is a different feel. It's a different channel that opens everyone's heart. We know that because as many people we have, as many different interests. And so the most important thing is to listen to your heart. Where does your heart beat the strongest? Where does your heart feel the best? What touches you the most? What touches your heart the most? And there you have the biggest way of creating a consciousness to develop an action plan. And I'm a big believer in a good plan. I'm a big believer in structuring your life. You shouldn't just glide around and chill around, fly around in this world by the meaning of like floating, unconscious. That's not good. Everything needs a focus, everything needs an attention, everything needs consciousness. And once you find your real dream mission, if it's you want to help the children, or if you want to help families, if you want to help the animals, if you want to protect the oceans, there are so many causes that need us. And I feel this consciousness and listening to your heart guides you through it immensely. And I also wrote a book on Random House. It's about listening to your inner voice. And at Random House Penguin Books, right, the world's largest book publishing company, we I was asked to write a book before the book was written. And they told me, write something that's relevant for this world. And I said, yeah, I have a great idea. And my book was about listening to the signals, listening to what the body feels and how the body vibrates to certain messages, to certain environments. If you listen to your inner voice, some call it the third eye. If you listen to your heart, you will always be guided right. And I'm a big believer in that. So if you listen to your instincts and what your gut tells you, it will lead you in a wonderful direction because we are all guided from a very higher hemisphere in energy. And if we follow this energy, the sky's the limit, and we can be very, very good people, very successful people, and great humanitarians.
No wonder you connect with Dr. Hong so well because that's what he talks about too, right? Encouraging all of us to find some time, some quiet time every day so we can, like you said, connect. And you said the book is called Random House?
Oh, no, Random House is the publishing
Oh,
company.
publishing. Okay. And the book is,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
The book is a German title, and it's under my name, Prince Mario Max, and it appeared on Penguin Books Random House. Yes, I'm very proud of it because it
Yeah.
became a very big book, and so I loved doing that. And of course, I've done a lot of hosting. What I really enjoyed doing in my career is also I did 11 years of a big TV show where I also gave life advice, live on television so people could connect and get their TV slots and talk to me. And also I was listening to the most diverse problems or most diverse concerns and these diverse different topics in their life. I was able to help them to resolve that. And that's something very magical. And I think people like Dr. Hong, also myself, who love other people, who want to advise, who want to help, I think that's a very, very good thing to do. And so I'm very balanced and happy. And that's how I connected to Dr. Hong, because he's a very balanced and very happy and very successful man, because he's so sincere and so genuine and extremely charismatic. And so this is someone to definitely listen to. He's a great guide. He's a great leader. So this is absolutely someone who wants to find a way what to do in life. Listen to him. He has only good things to say and relevant things to say.
Perfect. And I just wanted to add in on one last question. This is something I like to ask, especially for person like you. What is your tip for staying positive? Is there any exercise or some sort of ritual you would say you do to help you stay in that zone so you can keep working your 20-hour days?
Yes, so from the outside world, there is always something, right, that is not as positive as I am, of course, because the regular life brings its challenges and brings its up and downs. no matter if prince or not prince, there is a roller coaster through life. And I always recalibrate myself by permanent looking forwards, looking onwards, looking upwards. I'm not a big fan of carrying the backpack from the past with you. I absolutely believe we all have the right to leave behind what was there and strive for what we want to be, what we want to achieve, what we want to reach. And we can reach everything, we can reach anything we want to. And even if we were struggling before and if we had the toughest times, and the biggest challenges and big hits in our life, or something happened to a beloved family member, we still need to think positive. We still need to look forwards, and we still need to keep moving. And one of my mentors, Luigi, very famous entertainment personality in America, he always taught us never stop moving. And that's my philosophy. Never stop moving. And if you never stop moving, you're going to reach your goal. It's very simple. It's like walking. When you never stop walking, you're going to reach your goal, no matter how far it is. Some people have proven it. You can literally, walk from Canada all the way to the tip of the end of the continent, because you never stop moving. So that keeps me going, energized, and positive. And the other little secret, but I'm very blessed I can do so because I'm living in Southern California where the weather is pretty good. I like to swim, but even in Europe, when I lived there, I was going to the lakes or to the ocean to swim. So for me, the water is something that's very cleansing. And if I have something annoying coming up in my life, I'm like, oh, unbelievable what just happened to me. I try to make it to the water as soon as I can. I swim around, and when after swimming, everything becomes so neutralized, and you have a reset, a restart, and then I can continue with my mission to move forwards, onwards, and upwards. And I want all of you out there that are listening to do the same thing. Move forwards, onwards, and upwards, because that way you're going to achieve happiness. That way you're going to achieve love with yourself and the balance and the calibration. And I feel then life is wonderful. And the third thing I always am praising is gratefulness. So when I wake up and I see the sunshine, the blue skies, the hummingbirds flying around, I'm so grateful. And then I like to have breakfast. I start with my breakfast eggs, fresh from the hens, and I'm like so grateful for every little thing. And I'm not a person that needs a lot of things. I'm very blessed with a lot of things, but I don't need a lot of things. So life is so good, but just being able to live life and do the things you like as much as you can and help other people. And I'm very, very grateful for everything. I have to really say, when I go to bed, I say my prayers and I thank. And I'm very grateful that I had this day, and I'm looking forward to the next day. And if a day was rough, then I always listen to this song that Disney wrote, Have a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. And I'm sure that I make sure to have a great big beautiful tomorrow coming up, because whatever happened today is today and is tomorrow's yesterday. And who cares about yesterday's paper? Nobody anymore.
That's a beautiful wrap up. I feel after hearing you today, I feel like your family, your parents, grandparents, they must be so proud of you. And I feel so proud to be able to talk to you and learn about your story. So once again, thank you so much for joining us today and supporting World Humanitarian Day. Thank you.
Thank you, and everybody keep watching your wonderful show. Everybody, please find a humanitarian position in life. And of course, I'm sending all my best and my love to my wonderful and dear friend, Dr. Hong. And I thank you for being such a great moderator, absolutely award-winning.
I appreciate you.
Thanks. This is Prince Mario Max. Bye-bye.
Thank you for sharing your words of encouragement with all of us. And we thank you for joining us today. Our next event will be September 15th to celebrate the 20th anniversary of FOWPAL's International Love and Peace Day, as well as the International Day of Democracy. Be sure to join us then. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.